Hello there, this is Factorio. Welcome back to episode 4 of our modded Factorio Let's Play series, where last episode we went ahead and we actually started working on getting red science going. It is completely automated now with wood coming down and copper wire coming in to create these circuit boards, creating gray belt inserters which go into red science. So we can actually go ahead and make science go pretty quickly. We have just about 10 labs, 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 labs running at all times. Note that there are 2 off right now, but there's a supply of science packs getting ready to go down. Today we're going to go ahead and we're probably going to maybe start looking at shoring up some defenses, maybe making a wall here-ish. And I guess right here, just a very long stretch, just so we have quite a bit of space that we can go ahead and maintain for ourselves, since we could be attacked really at any time. Although our pollution it's not terrible. Yeah, most of it's getting picked up by the terrain. None of it is being eaten by any bases yet, just because we can't see any at the moment. So maybe we just do like an outstretch of radar, just maybe see if we can see something. But today we are also going to go ahead and we are going to increase the production of steel. I've actually gone ahead and just removed what we had there to go ahead and make some more steel, which should be pretty easy for us since we got the new technology. All it takes is, it takes oxygen. That's a little less easy to get. Fortunately, there are a couple ways that you can make oxygen in this mod pack. We can just purify water with an electrolyzer, and you can just get oxygen and hydrogen, and we're probably just going to store the two. Ideally, we'd make it from purified water so we don't have to make slag. So we'll actually go ahead and make a water purifier if we can. We can indeed. These clarifiers are used just to void any liquids that you don't want, which are pretty good. And then one of my favorite items in the game is a smokestack. I think it's called Z-stack. There we go. A flare stack is one of my favorite items in the game because you can get rid of any gas that you want, which you end up with quite a bit of gas in this game between all of the basic chemistry that you have to do in this game. It gets a little complex, pretty quickly. So we're actually going to go ahead and throw down a purifier. This is just temporary. Just go ahead and get our oxygen here so we can do some processing. You take water that you can make saline water, which is just salt water, and purified water, which is just pure without any minerals inside of it. We already have a couple electrolyzers. We're going to need to both electrolyze both the saline water later on, but I don't think we have that currently. So this one's purified water. We're just going to vent or void the saline water. Can you reach that far? All right, good, you can. And clarifier, I think I already made one. I did indeed. You're going to get voided. Did I leave enough space? I did leave it. Yeah, that's enough space. Oxygen, you go there. Connect that up. Hydrogen gas over here, which we're going to store for a little while, because we have no use for it at the moment. And any extra we're just going to vent later on. Alright, that means you can go ahead and get plopped down there. Let's see here. And we'll run the lead across this top line as well. Or not lead, steel. We're making steel today. Making steel, flip you around. This one is the oxygen. Connect your pipes up. Just make it easier. Leave a little gap here so we can actually run through here. Otherwise, you can just make a bunch of voids inside your base on accident. Let's go 1 to 1. Your fuel, you need to pick up 2 to 1, and you're going to drop 1 to 1. So that's steel, and you can have some power. You guys need power to actually start functioning. Run power over here, there, and we'll just run across the top here. There we go. You should be running, you're going to be, there's the saline water getting thrown away. It just basically just throws it in the ground and then you don't have to worry about it ever again. Steel is getting made now, perfect. You are dropping there, kudos. Then we need to go ahead and get one of these guys to pick up the said steel. Go ahead and leave a little bit of gap so we can put another one of those there if we need it. Don't think we'll need it for a bit. I need more inserters in my life though. Go. 1 to 1, good. Go 2 of you guys. Get power. You're making steel. the steel. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and just throw you guys here, I guess we'll do. So I have 2 of them making steel plate. Bring this pipe back along this backside. 1 to 1, let's go ahead and alternate you guys, so that way you can fill up a full belt. And can you... Yeah, we should be able to get a belt in there. Go underground here to there, you can reach. There we go, and that will be steel on our bus. Let's go ahead and give a little bit of space there for the iron processing. Don't need any of those guys anymore, so we can just go ahead and remove them. And you're going to jump over this. Need a little bit more underground belts. And the other thing that we are going to do today is we are going to do coke and coal processing, which you can see the tech is already coming up right now. This is also going to eventually give us our sulfur that we need for blue science, which we are pretty far away from. And you want to jump in probably like right around here, I'd say, roughly. This is a very long path that we have to traverse. Just go ahead and just throw stuff in the bus. But makes it a little bit neater and more organized later on, which is pretty nice. Oh, we're out of belt. So a little less than desired. We are almost there. I don't believe I have a chest storing this stuff yet. Yeah, we don't have filter inserters. So eventually I'll have a chest here at the end with a filter insert selecting both belt and inserters, because those are the 2 most common things you probably use in this game, other than power poles. Looks like we're off by 1, but not a big deal. There is our first batch of steel coming down the line. I'll throw down a splitter as well. Right there, just to make sure we fill up both lines. Does mean that we're eventually going to have a lot more processing, but right now it'll be just fine. Did go ahead and start plastering some of the base with the base essentials. Need iron plate and pipe. Just pipe, plate. So building a... we're out of bricks. Go and grab some. Just so that we get an additional movement speed and you can still mine on top of it, which is kind of funky. You know, that you're not destroying your bricks. Did also upgrade our ferrous ore production just a little bit, just another 2, which is almost about 50% increase, just so that we do have a backup with these ore sorting facilities. I'll probably end up getting more, just so we can get some more iron throughput. But until then, we'll be okay. And we're just waiting on this flare stack real quick. What do we need? We are doing coke processing. Which to do coke, you need crushed coal and purified water. Getting crushed coal is very easy. You just do it in an ore crusher like we do here. And you get basically crushed coal, that is what it is. You know, it's kind of no-brainer. And then you just throw clean coal, or yeah, you put the crushed coal into a liquefier, which we have 20 pre-built, and you get sulfur out of it, which will turn into eventually sulfur. So for that, I guess we can probably go, no, I don't want to put it there. We're going to need quite a bit of coke, so we're going to want to go somewhere where it's not necessarily in the way. This is kind of power right now, which will probably move eventually. Getting plenty of coal still. I guess we can put it up here and just have another line that comes down. Be a-okay. Want to make sure we're off of any of these little mines. Just go and start building. Alright, so those are liquefiers. We are going for coke. So we need purified water on the inside. Be nice if I could place a little bit better. Go, and you come down this side as well. This is sulfuric wastewater, which be just fine. We're going to have a line of belt here. This will probably be our crushed coal. We need this line for our coke once it is done being processed. Go and put down 1 pipe there just so we can mark it, because we're going to put another 10 liquefiers on the other side. So, nice if I can place again. Run that all the way to the top. Throw you guys down. I have unlimited reach, but I still prefer moving when I'm placing, just because I'm a little less likely to misplace if I just use the WASD keys. We need a lot more inserters in our lives. Let's go and queue up quite a few. Let's see, you need to always pick up, you can actually, you're always going to be dropping 2 away. This is going to be the crushed coal line. So you're going to pick up 2 away, drop 2 away. There we go. Pick up 2 away, drop 1 on this side. There we go. And you are going to pick up 2 and drop 2 away on this side. The nice thing about doing a symmetric build like this is both sides of the inserters will, all of the inserters on this right side will always place on the left side of this belt, and everything on this right side will place on the right side of this belt, so you actually get a full line of belt, which is very nice. Then you can just go ahead and run power down here. So it'll automatically fill in that double space because it knows intuitively that it is going to need power there, which is very nice that they have that in the base game. So you can just run along like that. Alright, so now we just need to throw purified water in there. And all of the saline water we're just going to vent for a little while. We'll use it later, but until then, we'll have to make do. Let's go ahead and get out of the field of the rocket just a little bit that we used to crash into this land. Water filtration, 3, 4, say 5. 5 is probably overkill, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. Throw a pipe down. We use copper pipe just because copper is in a great supply at the moment, and well, it's cheaper than iron, and we need a little bit more iron. Alright, you guys do that. Let's go to the map. Can we reach this far? It's right here, so I can't see it. Otherwise, maybe. So we'll go ahead and run down. We should probably actually do some science as well. What do we want for science? Let's go and do some nitrogen processing. This will let us do some silicone. Get military science. Sulfur processing is nice. Chlorine processing could be useful. Definitely want this later on. This will be like tier 4 of material processing, which is very useful, increasing our character capacity. And this is like tier 5 sciences, or tier 5 material processing as well. So we'll definitely want that. Alrighty, well, we're going to throw down another radar down here at the bottom, just so we can see what's going on. Aliens do tend to attack the radar, so it'll at least give us a very, very small warning before we lose something important. Pick up that copper pipe, and we'll come down back to the top. I also did research landfill. Sorry, I'm doing. Oh no, we did not. Thought we did. Landfill. That's right here. Well, we definitely want that. I thought I researched it. That's what these 4 machines are reserved for. Going back to sulfur processing. We're gonna need power up here as well. We'll probably bring that over once the pipes are down. Let's go there, there. A little bit of incorrect drag. Go, and you're gonna come across this top line. Like so. Do that. Make sure everything's connected to the same source of water. Now I go ahead and bring power over. There we go. Incorrect drag once more. Very note, do that all the time. We need power there and there. There you go, you guys are running. Probably we're going to need another clarifier. Let's go ahead and get 2 of those at least. Need some more pipe. Go ahead and run. This is the purified water here. And is this also purified water? It is. Perfect. Unintentionally align that. I love it when that happens. And you can perfectly reach like that. Wonderful. So this is sulfuric wastewater. We're just going to store that. Which is storage. Do not have better storage. Would definitely enjoy that. Going to need a next tier of fluid processing to do that. And these pipes can perfectly go across the other side. Just go ahead and connect them up. So now we just need our crushed coal going in here. We would indeed have some ore crushers. I guess this space is okay. I'd rather line it up though. 2. They were not going to fit there with the ship. Alright, they can just go over here then. I need 4 spaces in between. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Looks like that was a lot harder than what it needed to be. There we go, get that going. Need some more belt in my life. And a splitter. Go ahead and make a couple splitters. Let's say this is our crushed coal. Should have been the other side. Just for cleanliness, but that's a-okay. Alright, we're going to go for crushed coal. Splitter here. Go there. And we'll probably actually end up having our power actually run on coke. It's a little... You burn it through at the same rate as coal. It's just a little bit less pollution that it creates. And since we're living on a planet that, well, we crash land here, we're kind of an invasive species, maybe we can be a little bit nicer to the general population. You guys are going 1-to-1, but, you know, if they attack me, I guess I'll defend myself as well. Let's go ahead and give you guys power. Power. How is power doing? We're actually doing pretty a-okay. Power, you guys are getting ready to go. Only make 1. Where are we at? Out of bricks. Then we have plenty of those. Another couple extra. Because this is definitely not enough coal coming in at the moment. Break that power pole. You guys go there. Let's go 1-to-1s. You guys drop 1-2s. Perfect. There, you can break that power pole now. Apparently I cannot. That was a very important power pole. It connects the entire base together. Which is not necessarily the best thing in the world to have such critical infrastructure like that in one spot. And you're picking up 2-1. Perfect. Guys plop there. There and there. And you guys go ahead and start. Don't have anywhere for the coke to go at the moment. It will be used for material processing and on the bus, if I recall correctly. If not, it's at least used for material processing. And we're also going to have some of it go towards making coke, which is still don't have power for the rest of the bus. Go ahead and click that. Oh no, it's just these mining. Okay. Let's go ahead and make a double connection just in case I don't click that off. And what do we need for coke processing? We need sodium hydroxide and nitrogen gas. I believe there's a different way. I think you can just burn. Oh, yeah, right here. Just steam and coke, actually. Well, we can burn carbon, or coke, yeah. This is coke and we're making carbon. That's so funky how that works sometimes. Just getting confused on it. We need more boilers in our lives. Say another 5 will do. Don't intend to make that many pipe myself. It's down here, we can just grab it. We have iron as well. Alrighty, boiler is here. Might as well do this preemptively since we are going to be doing power again later. We have an underground pump. We do. Perfect. Connect that bad boy. Connect there. You guys are connecting here. We'll go ahead and funnel our steam over here. You can connect there. We have the steam, might as well use it. And then 1-to-1s will do just fine here. And this is where we'd probably put our coke or our carbon. whichever way we intend to do that. You're slightly misaligned. Ooh, that's gonna really hit with someone's OCD, having those misaligned. Oh, I see what I did. I just didn't. I don't need a pipe there. All right, we'll go and shift you guys. We don't need to infringe on someone's OCD. There, there, and throw you there. All right, good. And now, what do we need? Just liquefiers, I believe, once more. Let's go and get at least 10 of those for coke. Yep, just liquefiers. Yes, liquefiers. Let's look at the wrong one. And we'll just basically copy this setup here for coke. So we'll actually do need that space. Liquefiers, do you need anything other than steam? Did not look. At least I don't recall. There we go. We are making steam. All right, good. You have no byproducts. That makes life easier. It means we can just throw you right down the middle. Need more belt in our lives. Once more. Let's say that much will do. And then liquefiers for this side. Did I not make any more? Apparently not. Oh, so close. I need just a couple more bricks in my life. There we go. Just one will do. And there's no technology coming online. Good. This is coke, that is carbon. I'm going to throw a splitter here, because we do need both materials. Liquefiers are still being built, so let's go ahead and start working on the inserters on this side. We're going to go 1-to-1s, here, here, all the way down. We did go ahead and expand on the tuberite. That's okay. Eventually we'll have trains to take care of that for us. And then you are dropping 2 away on this side. And then we're basically just doing the reverse here. We are dropping 1 away. Oh, ran out of inserters. You guys are going to take a little bit longer to build. Liquefiers, here you are. Hold the steam in from the backside. Oh, I placed them all in the wrong spot. Oof. Oof is right. Get you guys going. And now we can place these correctly this time. Get pipe going. Again, I like to feed from the outside for the most part, just because I can have nice tight interiors. There and there. I was like, you only made 5 inserters? What is this garbage? You're dropping 1-to-1. Oh, this is going to hurt my head. All right, let's go. You're going to pick up 2-to-1. I like doing the inner. You guys are incorrect. I was like, this looks funny. Something is wrong. All right. No, you guys are picking up 1-to-1. 1-to-1, and you are dropping 1-2. Means you guys are picking up a 2-1. This is where robots are super helpful. You just lay down a blueprint and then they just go. Dropping 1-1s in the reverse direction. Go and copy and paste all this there. And now we need power. Let's go and queue up some of those because we'll probably run out again. Let me hear those double places. There we go. And we go back up. And can we get a... Oh, we can't get a pipe right there. You guys are done producing because you're filled up with sulfuric. And now we want storage. There we go. What do I need for these? Automation 2. I would gladly accept that. I don't need automation. I need these. What else do I need? Ah, engines. That can definitely be done, and we'll pick those up. This line of carbon can come on down over here because we're actually going to swap out this coal for carbon for processing. Down to the rest of our ferni. I guess we can go ahead and keep the power going with just coal. You actually can't make it over that. It's hilarious. All right, go over there. There. You can replace that. And you go ahead and go down this belt. And that belt will be very important because we are going to need it for our advanced material processing of these guys. Which, do we have any of those currently? Does not look like it. Let's go in for iron. There we go. Advanced smelting for iron. This will give us basically processed iron, which we can then turn into ingots, or yeah, iron ingots here with coke. So it's, again, just increasing the efficiency of our iron ore itself. And then we can actually go ahead and use magnesium ingots as well, which, well, I don't think we actually know. Oh, there it is, magnesium processing. We're going to wait on using that later on until it's a little bit more efficient, but we can give our iron a good boost there. And then again, we can go ahead and we can make iron sheets with strand casting. Go ahead and make iron sheets, and we get 4 iron plate from each sheet. So that's 2 to 1 right there for each. Well, actually, let's go and do the math. So we get our full chain. Actually, yeah, it's gonna be. We're gonna do some mental math here, guys. Alrighty. So we go here to here. We're about half. Remember from. Well, that was old math. So right here, it is a 1 to 3. So 0.33 crushed sapphirite to ferrous. Because remember, originally it's about 4 to 1, or 0.25. We did this, or how do we explain this easy? Well, getting the technology would do it. Alright, I'm going to put a little cut here. We're going to wait for the technology, and then I'll go ahead and do a full run through, because otherwise it's really confusing. I'm trying to do mental math, and it's not great. I will be right back. Alrighty, guys. I went ahead and I took out the old-fashioned pen and paper to figure it out. Instead of waiting for the tech, since, well, we still have quite a ways to actually wait for that tech to come. So, maybe it'll pop up while I'm trying to explain this, but, so, based on the math, for our current process of iron processing, we're not going to worry about anything up in the line, because that's constant at this point, and it's not changing. So, and the new process goes before this blast furnace, so we're going to go everything after this is going to be technically altered or can be altered. So our current blast furnace creates 24 iron ingots from 24 iron ore, so that's a 1 to 1. And then when we come over here, it's 12 iron ingots to 12 or to 120 molten ore. There we go, which is a 1 to 10. Then when you go ahead and go over to the casting machine, it's a 10 to 1 ratio, the exact opposite. So once you go ahead and multiply all those multipliers, it ends up being for each piece of iron ore, you get 1 plate basically out of it. Which, I mean, isn't bad, a 1 to 1 multiplier. But with the new process, we go ahead and look in this tech. For every 4 pieces of iron ore, you get 2 processed, right? So that is basically a half multiplier. Then when you go over here to process to iron ingot, you get a multiplier of 3 from processed iron to iron ingots. So it ends up making, so it's like to get your full 24 ingots, it is 8 processed, or when you go back to the other way, it is 16 iron ore. And then it goes through the same process of being smelted into iron plate. You can go ahead and make it into iron sheets, but again, that's still ends up making up to be a 1 to 1 ratio, so you can just make it into sheet instead of plates, so it's easier to transport. It doesn't make any difference to the actual multiplier. But going back, so it's 16 to get your 24 plates, so that gives you a multiplier of 1.5. So actually, after getting this technology, our iron ore is 50% more efficient than if we had not gotten it, which means that it is a very beneficial technology for us, since we are going to be using a lot of iron, and, well, eventually we're gonna... Well, we have 4 lines that we're trying to hit. Right now we don't even have half a line, and this is still the Tier 1 belt. I know that was very confusing, and then just like, alright, I got it. I did go ahead and build most of these things off camera, so we can actually go ahead and at any point just go ahead and extend this. I'll probably do another time lapse for that build, and we'll do that inside of this episode. Let's go ahead and throw down some storage tanks real quick for this this hydrogen, just so we can continue to get our steel, because that was stopping or preventing us from doing so. Could steal or store some steam. That would actually probably be kind of beneficial, just in case we do run out of coal for unforeseeable disaster or something of this sorts. And we're going to go ahead and just store all of this sulfuric wastewater, just so that we can go ahead and make sure we can get more of our coke going online. Eventually, we'll go ahead and process this using these hydro facilities, which I need to vent the vent to this side of the saline water, just so that way you guys can continue to process and produce purified gas. Let's go and see how power's doing. I could probably use a little bit more power. Fortunately, we do have more than enough steam at the moment, so we just need to throw more boilers on it, or steam engines. Go and get a couple of those since I used up all the steel. Go ahead and get our additional materials for our storage tanks. You can plop there, there, and there. We'll go ahead and throw a power pole here. All of these are tier 2 at this point. They do not get any additional production just because the steam is actually not hot enough, so we need boiler 2s to actually make those more efficient. In other ways, they're like pretty much just a direct upgrade from the boiler, or the steam engine one. So they consume 30 steam per second, but produce 1.8 megawatts versus 30 per second at 900 kilowatts, which is, you know, directly half. Temperature just needs to be hotter. And that's the only difference. This is slowly getting used up, all this coal. That takes some time, so we'll actually go ahead and do a time lapse real quick of the quick rebuild for our iron processing. Just going to give us 1.5 times more product. And I will see you guys at the end of the time lapse. Alrighty, well, that was a bit of a longer time lapse than I thought it was going to be. We are, a little while later. We did go ahead and finish reprocessing our iron and steel. We're actually at the point where we actually can't get it off of these machines fast enough. So we're definitely going to be looking at getting increased inserters, which I've already queued up the tech. Hopefully that'll be able to let them actually go ahead and get all of their product out onto the line, so it can actually continue to be processed into iron and steel. That is all the time I have today. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.